I moved my desk out here because I wanted to get like a temporary set because I don't have time to go to my studio, but I'm trying to figure out, I think if I turn the house lights on over here, then I'll get enough of a color contrast that it won't look as bland. Actually, I think it looked better before. Yeah, that looks better. Let's start the screen recording and get into these analytics. But before we do, actually, I'm not an analytics guy. Like, I almost never look at my analytics. So if you do know more about analytics, or if you want to just like send this to someone who knows about analytics and maybe they can give me some pointers, that'd be great. Okay, let's start at the channel dashboard. And as you can see, just from the start, I'm not getting as many views as I normally do. Normally it's 61,000 to 75,000. I'm getting just under 50,000, and this updated recently. So, and here, typically I get 2.6 to 3.2 thousand watch time hours, and right now I'm getting, of course, 2.1. So definitely it's down, but I mean, 50,000 views in 28 days. If I would have gotten 50,000 views in 28 days like a year ago, I would have been super excited. So I'm not too mad about this. It's not typical, but it's not that bad. I do think it helped though that the last video that I posted was a banger that got way more views, like 50% more views, a longer average view duration than I normally have, low click-through rate, but I guess that's typical for me. Wow, I didn't realize my click-through rate was that low, but it obviously didn't hurt it that much. Again, I don't know. Let's go check out this video analytics real quick. So overview, you can see I did much better than I normally do. The watch time hours, it's like double, literally double the watch time hours, which is just mind-boggling. It did add 42 subscribers, so this video did seem to do well, but I wonder, I need to figure out what I'm doing within that first 30 seconds that's making a third of my audience totally disappear. Average view durations, I got a lot of impressions, but low click-through rate, so that's interesting. But then again, my views are 2.4 thousand more than usual, so it can't, click-through rate isn't everything, but okay, browse features is a big one for this video. That's interesting because as you'll see coming up, most of my views, especially in the last 28 days, are from suggested. Engagement. Yeah, engagement, I think this is probably it. It's a little bit longer and more concise. So people tended to watch this video a lot longer, but still that's not, they didn't watch very much of it. Yeah, again, that my audience, unique viewers, 6.8 thousand. So there was quite a few people who watched this multiple times. It's a tutorial, so definitely people were going back and watching it. Pretty good balance between subscribed and not subscribed, though that probably is something that's lending itself to the lower click-through rate, is that it's being suggested to more people who are not subscribed to me, and then all right, now let's go back to the channel analytics. Now this is what I'm a little bit more interested. So yeah, like last 28 days, I have had 51,000 views. So that to me, I feel a little bit bad complaining about that. If we go back out to 90 days, it stayed pretty steady. Like we had this spike here. This obviously is where I posted videos. Some of them did better than others. This, of course, was my last video that I posted, spiked really high. But then it leveled off, but then it hasn't really sunken down too badly. Definitely not as badly as I thought that it might. I was worried that my channel would just sort of tank when I stopped posting it. Watch time hours is the same. Subscribers. Now this is one thing come into the last 28 days. Yeah, so it's been pretty steady, but compare that to last 90 days, the peaks are getting lower. That's something I'm noticing. And then back to 365 days. Yeah, so my peaks are getting quite a bit lower than they had been getting out here. So the channel growth is definitely declining. This is really interesting. I've never actually done this before because I barely know how to read analytics. Like, almost not at all. So these are my top videos on this period. Not surprising, lens videos always seems like 1, 2, 3 of my top 5 videos are lens videos. Zoom, of course, you know, COVID, everyone doing Zoom, so that makes sense. This is interesting. I guess because people are trying to do HDMI into their computers, they're probably clicking on this video. That's interesting. Another lens video, and then basic settings, lighting. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my top 10 videos were lens videos. So probably if I wanted to expand, I should do more lens videos. But I have one more lens I need to review. Just haven't gotten around to it. Beautiful lens though. 56mm Viltrox. Beautiful lens. Beautiful. Alright. Let's look at my reach. Now this is interesting, is my click-through rate overall on my channel has gone up. I have a theory on that, and we'll get to it in a minute. Impressions, down, of course. I mean, in the last 28 days, as opposed to the last 90 days, which it was still down. But because I haven't been posting as much, even the past 90 days, I didn't post that much. So you posted here, but say you come back to the last 365 days, I posted a lot more often, and so my impressions skyrocketed there. But so my click-through rate has gone up, but it's because my impressions have gone down. And this is interesting. When you go to traffic source, in the last 28 days, in the last 28 days, most of my views have come from YouTube search. So I think that's what's going on, is that my click-through rate is going up, but it's because YouTube isn't suggesting my videos anymore. I mean, suggested is fourth one down. External is more than suggested. So that's something I would probably really need to work on, and I think would happen a lot more if I was posting consistently again. Traffic search, Google, of course. Google search is going to add that, but not too much. Good portion of it, but not too much. Don't get money in playlists. YouTube search, that's where my bread and butter is. But yeah, suggested just not very good. I could work on that. Engagement. Now this, I mean, obviously people are going to be, my overall watch time hours is not going to be near as good because people aren't clicking on as many videos. So that's a bit of a bummer. But I guess 12% and go 90 days, it still stayed pretty steady. I'm surprised at how steady it actually stayed. I even got back up into the 80s here. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure that all the analytics people are like, this guy's an idiot. He has no idea what he's talking about. Key moments for audience retention. So this is interesting. I'm going to have to look at this because I kept people's attention in these videos. Okay, so I'm going to have to look at my top 10 videos, see what I did to keep people watching past that 30-second mark. So that's just my latest videos. So probably got to figure out what it is that's turning people off in that first 30 seconds. Probably most of the people already clicked off of this video. Top videos, of course, we all seen that earlier. By watch time hours, people are watching definitely the lens videos. Now this one's a shorter video, so that makes sense why the watch time hours would be low, even though the views were higher. Top videos, band screens. I see this stuff. I barely know. Like, I kind of do it, but I don't know anything about it. I could really use. Someone wants to give me like a free advice. I'll take it. I can't pay for it right now. Sorry. Returning viewers. So this is interesting. Is that I'm getting a lot of returning viewers, but it seems like they're kind of declining farther out I go. Let's look at 90 days. Yeah, so the lines were getting pretty close here of viewers and new viewers, but it seems like my audience, and then right here it just drops off. I guess, when was that? March. Yeah, I'd like someone to tell me like what happened here. So, and I added some subscribers. Interesting. 16% of my audience have notifications on. Enable notifications if you haven't already. Yeah, everyone who's watching my channel, enable notifications. I'm just gonna start posting more. Other videos your audience watch. Ooh, oh, that's cool. Tech Gear Talk, of course, definitely. That guy's always doing videos on the M50. Or at least he was. I don't know what he's doing now. Think Media, of course, that makes sense. DSLR video shooter. Yeah, so looks like my audience is watching a lot of the same stuff I was watching when I made all these videos. Makes perfect sense. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube recently. When your viewers are on YouTube. Okay, now this is interesting. Okay, I got mainly midday viewers. So probably posting something in like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. It's probably the best idea if I'm gonna really get into it. Unique viewers and subscribers. So yeah, my subscriber, like how many I'm adding a month, kind of has dwindled down. If you go back to 90 days, it was getting pretty good. Back to 365, it got some pretty high peaks there. I mean, 43 in a day, 45. That was amazing. And then finally, revenue. Last 28 days, that's not bad. I mean, it's typical, I guess, for mine. I don't. Of course, top awning video is that webcam video. I'm not sure why, though. I mean, other than, let's look at the 90 days. I wonder if that. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why that video is maybe. I wonder if it's just that higher paying ads are going onto that video. Are you able to check that? I don't know. I wonder if people know that video is being searched for, so they're like putting maybe higher quality ads on that. That would be interesting to look at. So February, yeah, see, big decline in revenue. It went from, so that is fascinating. And yeah, no transactions, that's totally fine. So yeah, that's my analytics. If you know someone who can help me interpret all of these, hook me up with them. They can DM me on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I would really like to make sense and get a content path that will both help my channel, but then also, you know, feed my creative self. I just realized I should have had this on auto because my sun is going down, so that probably was getting darker and darker as you went. But well, that's it for this video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing everything. If you know what you're talking about, definitely please DM me. I will be very grateful for that. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.